Hey everyone, Miss Neater here. Today I'm going to be reading you the story Frida by Jonah Winter. This book is about Frida Kahlo. If you're in 4th, 5th, or 6th grade, we've already talked about Frida this year, but I just kind of want to remind you of her and her artwork and the style of art she used. If you're in any other grade, we are going to learn some cool things about this artist, okay? So let's get started with our story. Frida. Frida enters the world. Do you see baby Frida on the dragon? For little Frida, the world is Mexico. Her house is a blue house. It is in the town of Cuyoacan. Do you see her blue house? Some interesting artwork on these pages. Frida's father is an artist and a photographer. He teaches her how to use a paintbrush. Frida's mother takes care of 6 daughters. Often she is tired. I would be tired too if I took care of 6 kids. Often Frida is lonely, even though she has sisters. I wonder why she feels lonely. Enter stage left. Frida's imaginary friend. Her name is also Frida. So this is what her imagination looks like to her. They play games. All of a sudden, Frida falls very ill. She's in bed for months. There's something wrong with one of her legs. Even her imaginary friend can't cheer her. That's when Frida teaches herself how to draw. Drawing saves her from being sad. You can see Frida drawing in bed. After Frida gets well, she still wants to make art, so she paints little paintings. There are copies of other paintings. Painting onto photographs is what Frida's father does for a living. He teaches her how to do this too. So here's a picture of Frida painting. Frida also paints things she sees through a microscope. She loves looking at things very closely. Here's her microscope. At school, Frida studies science. She is bored. School is too easy. One day, Frida is riding the bus home from school. ... When a horrible accident happens. A trolley runs into the bus. Frida almost dies. And this is her imagination of how she remembers the accident. So here you see the bus, there you see the trolley, and there's a lot of chaos happening. There's a lot of things happening. In the hospital, it is painting that saves her once again. Painting is like her imaginary friend. It is there whenever she wants it. It keeps her company. It keeps her from giving up hope. I'm sorry for my dog barking. But let's look at this picture of her in the hospital. When she's in the hospital and she's sad, she's able to imagine things and she draws or paints them, and that makes her feel better. This is something we can do too on our days that we're sad or we're lonely or upset. After the accident, life will never be the same for Frida. She will walk with a cane when she is able to walk. Her body will hurt always. Look, the moon even looks sad. But Frida doesn't cry or complain. Instead of crying, she paints pictures of herself crying. When her whole torso is put in a cast, she paints on the cast. So if you ever had a broken bone, you know what a cast feels like. And it might be cool at first to get all these signatures on there, but they can get really itchy. And the older kids who are watching this probably remember me showing you this. I said, put your arms like this in art class. So this is what she was like. She was in a full body cast, which means her arms, her legs, and her torso, her body, were all in a cast, so she could not move. So when Frida would paint in the hospital, she would have someone come prop up an easel with a canvas on it, and she would hold her hands and just barely be able to move her hand in order to paint. So it took a lot of work on her part, but she made really beautiful paintings. So let's read some more of our story. Nothing can stop Frida from painting. Because she's so often alone, unable to leave her house, she has to use her imagination. She paints what she sees in her heart, on top of what she sees with her eyes. It's almost like painting on photographs. So Frida painted some really interesting things during her life. She paints little magical scenes with words at the bottom. All over Mexico, people paint these kinds of scenes. Sometimes they are scenes of accidents with angels coming to the rescue. They are like prayers for the people who are sick. They are called ex votos. Frida paints ex votos of herself when she is sick or in pain. Frida imitates no one in her style. That means she doesn't copy anyone. Her paintings are like nothing else. In museums, people still look at them and weep and sigh and smile. She turns her pain into something beautiful. It's like a miracle. Viva Frida. Long live Frida. I'll show you that picture. And that is the end of our story. If you go to your assignments page, you're going to see some assignments that are going to match with this book that we just read. Frida was mainly known for doing self-portraits or portraits of other people, which means she painted what she saw in the mirror and what she saw that other people looked like. So we're going to do some assignments with that this week. Make sure that if you want to send me your artwork, you either send it on Dojo or to my email, and I love to see it. I miss you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!